Person has died amid an outbreak of Legionnaire's disease on Long Island. Now the search for the source. Good evening, I'm Christine Johnson.
And welcome back, I'm Maurice Dubois. A cluster of 10 people in one Long Island neighborhood have been diagnosed with Legionnaire's disease.
And now medical teams are looking for where the mist or vapor containing the bacteria is coming from. CBS 2's Jennifer McLogan reports now from Wantagh.
I've had it with bad news.
Joe Bolden this morning of the deadly Legionnaire's outbreak in his neighborhood. All of the victims lived within a half-mile of Wantagh Avenue in Old Jerusalem Road.
With bad news.
Joe Bolden this morning of the deadly Legionnaire's outbreak in his neighborhood. All of the victims lived within a half-mile of Wantagh Avenue in Old Jerusalem Road on the Wantagh...
News.
Joe Bolden this morning of the deadly Legionnaire's outbreak in his neighborhood. All of the victims lived within a half-mile of Wantagh Avenue in Old Jerusalem Road on the Wantagh-Levittown border of Nassau County.
I'm worried, scared, and it is very close. I live right here in Wantagh, so it's right around the block from me.
10 cluster cases, all between 35 and 96 years old. 1 died, 2 remain hospitalized, 7 released.
Legionnaires, and right away I'm thinking about, is there any water towers?
You don't get Legionella by drinking it. You have to breathe it in the form of a vapor or a mist.
It's not spread person to person.
I'm very health conscious and I have 3 children, so we want to make sure where the source of it is.
The health department now on a mission to find the source. Where did they all shop or eat or walk? Were they exposed to the same cooling towers in restaurant stores or spas, large air conditioning systems, hot water heaters or tanks, decorative fountains?
We have a whole team of inspectors now just walking the neighborhood immediately around the houses. They're very close together.
2 to 10 days after exposure, look for cough, shortness of breath, high fever, muscle aches, headaches. Legionnaires responds well to antibiotics.
Knowledge is power, and we all need to take care of these houses we're living in.
Legionella was discovered and named after an outbreak in 1976. Antibiotics.
Knowledge is power, and we all need to take care of these houses we're living in.
Legionella was discovered and named after an outbreak in 1976 among people who attended a Philadelphia convention of the American Legion, and since then, hundreds have died of the pneumonia-type disease.
The contact tracing that they're already doing is really going to go a long way in identifying the source.
Medical teams are swabbing and sampling on site. There's been a statewide increase in Legionella tied to the warm weather. On Long Island, Jennifer McLogan, CBS 2 News.
Now, no cases are linked to school buildings, and children are rarely impacted by Legionella. The health commissioner reiterates the drinking water supply is safe.